It's Mask Monday time. This morning I have a Innisfree pore clearing clay mask with volcanic ash. I should need to find something different because I like clay masks, but I need more of a softening kind of one, not a pore cleansing one. This is more for like young people that still get pimples and stuff, I think. But I don't get pimples anymore, haven't. I was lucky as a teenager. I didn't get a lot. I know some people get really bad acne. I was lucky and didn't get that. I got a pimple here and there, but don't we all? And every once in a while I still will. But didn't get them too bad. So how was your Thanksgiving? Was it great, or was it kind of sad because you didn't get to go anywhere or do anything? So I went out to my other son and daughter-in-laws and saw my other two granddaughters, which was great. For Thanksgiving, we went over to her brother's. Usually they go to this little community center and have this big family thing with like about 30 people, and this time, thank goodness, they didn't do that. They went over to her brother's house, and it was a really nice day. It was like in the 70s, so we were able to stay outside. And her brother's like a farmer, rancher, whatever. Grows wheat and different crops and has cows and pigs and all that farmer kind of stuff. And he has this 35-foot flatbed trailer, this huge trailer. And that thing was lined up with food. All on one side, not on the other side, but all on one side was just his wife's Hispanic, and she made all these Mexican dishes, and then they had so that was like, a few feet of the trailer, and then had all the traditional, turkey and cranberry sauce and, plethora of desserts and all that stuff. And I didn't feel very good that morning. Tummy was a little not doing well, so I didn't eat a whole lot Thanksgiving Day, but I enjoyed sitting with my grandkids' great grandmother. She's in her 90s and she's still sharp as a tack, and she's a lot of fun. So she was in this little greenhouse that her brother had, or not her brother, but my daughter-in-law's brother had made for his wife, because it's warmer for her. So I sat in there with her for quite a while and chit-chatted, but it got hot in there with the greenhouse effect. So we stayed there a few hours, and my son was working. He had to work Wednesday and Thursday, and then he came home Friday. And then Friday we had like my daughter-in-law's, just her parents came over, and we ate like all the leftovers. That's when I overate, because I felt better that day, so then I overate. And it's funny, I forgot to look when I started this, probably about, I can look on here, 3 minutes and 34 seconds ago. It's about a 15-minute mask. So I'm sitting on the couch, and it's one of those big L-shaped couches, and I'm kind of sitting in the middle, and I look over, and my one granddaughter's asleep in the recliner. The next granddaughter's asleep next to me with her dog on top, or head on top of the dog, who is also asleep. And on the other side of me, my son's asleep with his wife's head on his lap, and she's asleep. And up on the back of the couch, the other dog and cat are asleep. And then the other big dog was asleep next to him. It's like everybody. They have 3 dogs and 2 cats, and the 4 of them, and everybody was asleep. And I'm like, so I wadded up a blanket and laid down, and I took a nap too. Don't usually take a nap in the daytime, but all that extra food, and especially turkey, if that tryptophan or whatever it is that makes you sleepy. So we all took a little nap, and then we all wake up to like, what was that? And my son had woken up and gone outside, and they have wild hogs there that'll like destroy your yards, and they're just a menace. Got a phone call, and it made you guys stop. Now my clock that I was watching to tell my time on this I had started over. It's been about 5 minutes. So anyway, he went out and was shooting at these hogs, just scare them off, and it woke all of us up, and we're like, what was that? Hazards of living in the country. But I asked if he actually shot it, if it'd be any good meat, and he's like, no, they're wild hogs have a terrible taste to them unless you get them like as a baby or something. Then they're not so nasty tasting. But regular wild hogs are people do hunt them just to try and thin down the population, because out where they live, kind of way out in the country, I mean, they run wild and they can run through and ruin your crops and stuff. So they have to try and thin the herd, so to speak. So my son and daughter-in-law have a pig they're raising for food. They have some chickens, and they're getting a cow. We have a cow, but I don't know if she's for food or not. I don't know if she's gonna breed her and sell the babies. Not sure exactly what her purpose is, other than she's fun. Everybody's getting really attached to her, so it might be hard to eat her. We have this one friend that's allergic to chicken eggs, and we have ducks, so we get duck eggs. So we don't get a lot of duck eggs, but we do get duck eggs. So when we get together a dozen or so, we'll call her and she'll come over and get them. And she invariably brings us this big bag. I mean, not a fair exchange at all. 1 dozen duck eggs for this big old bag of meat. Because I don't know where they get this stuff. I don't know but it's always like exotic stuff like elk and moose. And one time we got zebra meat. I don't know where they got that, but it's like evidently somebody raises zebras in the United States and sells the meat. Wasn't as creepy as it sounds. It was ground meat, and so you didn't really, meat's meat. You didn't. I mean, if you saw the little stripes on the skin, it might have creeped you out, but it was ground up, so you didn't really notice. Anyway, let's see. What else did we do? We played some games. My favorite game, I shouldn't tell you this because I'm eventually going to do a game review in early December on my Vlogmas, so that give you some ideas of games to buy for Christmas presents or whatever. My favorite game is called Settlers of Catan. It's a strategy game. It's kind of really complicated, hard to learn, takes a long time to play it, but I like it anyway. I don't care. So I got a Black Friday, I guess it was, thing from Dia & Co. And I haven't bought anything from Dia & Co. in several years. And they offered me a $5 styling fee, so I'm like, why not? We'll give them another try. Dia & Co. is like Stitch Fix or any of those, except it's only plus sizes. I think it's size 14 to 32 or something like that. So it's for us plus size girls. And their prices are just really creeping up, so I kind of quit doing them because there's all those other, lots of other places out there, so I just quit doing them. But for a $5 styling fee, and they let me pick 3 things that I wanted in my box. They have, like, I could just scroll through all this stuff they had in their sort of catalog thing and pick what I wanted. So I think I picked a pair of jeans, a cardigan, and some kind of sweater. We'll see. I have a bunch of cardigans, though I don't know why I got it. I think this coming Friday, when I do my Friday, what should I keep, I'm going to do cardigans because I have a lot of cardigans. But cardigans, they're good forever, I guess. Used to be, when I was growing up, a cardigan was, how that, you remember, I don't know if any of you remember what it was called, a twins set. It was like they have the same kind of lightweight sweater material, and it was like a sleeveless sweater, almost like a tank top, but a higher neck, and then a button-down cardigan with long sleeves, and it was short, like just like to the hips maybe, and you wore the button part open and had the little shawl thing underneath it. And that was really in back, I don't know, 60s maybe. And you wore it with like a little skirt. When I was in high school, you could not wear pants, and you couldn't wear spaghetti straps on your dress, and your dress had to hit the middle of your knee. And the way they tested that is if they called you on it, you had to like kneel down, but the rest of your body straight, but on your knees, and your skirt had to touch the ground. And if it didn't, then you either had to go in the nurse's office and whip this hem out with a seam ripper and go around with a raggy hem the rest of the day, or go home and get, basically detention, only they'd kick you out. And no spaghetti straps. If you did have a spaghetti strap, you had to wear like a jacket over it. No pants at all. I graduated in 67, and I think it was 68 or 9 they started letting them wear pants. So I just missed that period when you got to wear pants to school. Now nobody wears dresses to school anymore, unless, well, like my grandkids go to the ones I live with go to a private school, and they had to wear, it was either a white polo shirt or a navy polo shirt and a gray and navy plaid skirt, or a khaki skirt. That's what they had, or a plain navy skirt, I think. Choices. My granddaughter always wore the plaid one, so I don't remember what the other two were like. But what we used to do, because this is in the, this is the 60s. This is when miniskirts were coming in, and we had to wear these old long old skirts. And we were teenagers. We didn't want to wear long old skirts. We wanted to be cute. So we used to roll them up so that they were really short, roll the waistband up, and then when you'd go to gym, you'd roll it back down, because that's when they were checking to see how long your skirts were. And they had this, I mean, nobody tolerate that nowadays, but they had this, in gym you had to take a shower, and they had this pegboard at the back of the showers with numbers on it, and you had this little, well, maybe the ring had the number on it, but anyway, you had to, it was like dual heads, shower heads, one big long thing, so everybody had to take a shower together, and you had to at least walk through the water to put your number on the ring, so they knew that you had taken a shower. And I don't know, it was just sort of, you got used to being naked in front of other people, but it, as a teenager, it's sort of humiliating having to do that. I mean, there's no way they'd get away with doing that nowadays. So there are some good things that have changed. I mean, we're too sensitive about every little thing, but that is one thing that we should have been a little more sensitive about. Let's see, it has been 8 minutes, and 5 minutes is 13 minutes, so a couple more minutes. This is, it's not quite dry, so wait till it's, well, I mean, there's little wet patches here and there, so we'll wait till it dries all the way. I think I'm going to look for a different clay mask, or maybe I'll go in a box, you never know. So what do I have? It's the beginning, almost the beginning of December, so I should start getting all my December boxes pretty soon. I still haven't got my Diva Bag by Sonia. I usually get that right at the end of the month, so I should get that sometime this week. Well, tomorrow is the end, or is it today? Today's the end of the month, so I'll probably get it first part of December. So starting tomorrow is my Vlogmas. Ooh. First day is a holiday makeup collab. Let's see, who's it all with? I should have written it down, because I never remember everybody. It's Shanice Reviews, Courtney from Shanice Reviews, Alex from Alex and Life with Sugar. It keeps wanting to say Alex and Sugar, but it's Life with Sugar. Rachel from Rach, it's, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Rach Vanilla, kind of mushed together. And I think there's a couple more. Simply Sharon, maybe, and one more. Wish I could remember, but anyway, their names will be down below. So it's a makeup, holiday makeup, like either Christmas or New Year's or just winter or whatever. And mine's, it's pretty crazy. You'll have to come watch that one. That's tomorrow. And then Tuesday I have, what did I do for Tuesday? I pre-filmed some. I can't remember what I did for you. Oh, I know what Tuesday is. I made some cards in front of you, you know, right here, so you could watch me. And I'm going to have a quick giveaway, because I know you got to get your cards out pretty soon. I'm going to give away 10 of my handmade cards. So, but it's going to be real short. I mean, I'm going to do the video in like the next day or so. I'm going to do the drawing, because I got to get them in the mail so you can get them in the mail. And then the 3rd, I think I'm going to do my goals for the month. I have some goals for the month. Don't remember what I'm doing on the 4th. And on the 5th is a holiday cooking collab. And that one I know is definitely with Simply Sharon. I might have put her in the wrong spot, but I know she's in the cooking one. But she might be in the makeup one too. I cannot remember. Debbie Unleashed is in the makeup one too. That's one of the ones I forgot. But the cooking one is Alex, me, Just Nina from Just Nina, and Simply Sharon. And one other person? I can't remember. I think there's 4 of us. Maybe 5. And I did fudge, and oh, it's Sandra from Sandra Brooks Brown. She's doing cupcakes, and Alex is doing cookies, and then I'm not sure what Sharon is doing or Nina are doing, but it'll be yummy, whatever it is, so you have to come watch it. So that's the first week-ish of I've got that week planned out, and I've got little days here and there planned out, but yeah, I filmed ahead a little bit, but I need to film ahead some more, because you never know what's going to happen and what your day is going to be like. So I'm trying to have a few in the can, so to speak. Those of you who are young and don't know what in the can means, like movie film, I don't know if it's that way anymore. I think it's all digital, but they used to have these great big canisters that the actual film that was on a reel. It was like a reel that would run through a projector, and when it was finished, they would say it was in the can, ready to go. So that's what where in the can came from. Okay, it is long enough. It's been like 20 minutes almost of me rambling and talking. Let's see if I can get this off in front of you. I might have to go in the bathroom. I think I'm going to have to go in the bathroom to get it off. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in the bathroom. It's not coming off with this. Need some soap and water maybe. I don't know. But I'm also going to, I'm not sure when I'm going to put it up, but after I take this off, I'm going to try the put your makeup on without looking in a mirror or your camera or your phone or whatever, without looking at all challenge. So I'm going to film that as soon as I'm done with filming this one, and that one ought to be funny. Some of the people is like perfect. You couldn't even tell that they weren't looking in the mirror, and some of them not so much. And I'm going to be one of those not so much people.